topic, I would like to give you a little advice. Now, see, it's just a suggestion. Now, see, what problem we guys are facing here is that, see, when I am at an A point, you guys are thinking about the B point. And the doubts regarding B point are raised in this A point. Now, what happens? I entertain these doubts and we discuss a little about B point, but not comprehensive enough. And then I get back to A point and we lose the flow. But again, we get back to the A point, and then when I come to B point, you guys lose interest because you've already understood it when I was teaching you the A point. So this problem is happening. One thing I want you to tell you, I want to tell you is that, see, when I'm teaching, na, you guys be with me and see see the only point I am teaching. Now, why I'm telling you, it's not like I don't want you to want you guys to raise doubts. Raise doubts. It's okay. In fact, it's fun to you know understand various aspects and facets of one particular topic. But what issue we are facing is not with respect only to this class, but as say for the entire preparation, which is lack of concentration. अब ये प्रॉब्लम क्या है? प्रॉब्लम ये है कि सी now a basic anecdote. I had this friend. He's a judge now, and he was we guys were preparing together, and we gave this DGS mains. Say in the year 2018 or 19, I believe. In 19 we gave this DGS mains, and we both gave that exam. अब उसमें क्या हुआ था? उसमें this fellow was very smart as in he, before the exam, कोई भी एग्जाम आता था कोई भी स्टेट का, he used to memorize AIRs, all the AIRs, not even books or commentaries, AIRs blanks. He was that smart. But issue क्या हुआ? He was not sticking to one point. He was always ahead. He was always so fascinated with all the details that he forgot to look towards the point itself. अब एक question आया था DGS में. Now the question is somewhat like this. The question was that this fellow has to file an appeal, and the period of appeal is say 30 days. On the last day, this fellow's mother dies. Fine. And his mother dies, and he files this appeal after say 17 days. Whether and he, along with this appeal, he files a section 5 application for condonation of delay, section 5 ki bhi application. And the explanation he gives is that his mother died, therefore he couldn't file the appeal in time. Now what did this fellow do? This fellow did not condone the delay. Now why? He said, see, he went too technical into it. He said, see, जो तेरवा होता है, that is, all the ceremonies are of 13 days. Fine. So fine, I agree that his mom died and for 13 days he was busy. But what about the 4 days? He was free for the 4 days. So I cannot condone the delay. Now the problem with this thing was that he saw everything except the point. The point in this case was simple. A case. Land acquisition, Master Kartiji. Now one of the main point in this case was that, see, you cannot expect a person to explain every day's delay. You will have to allow him to explain the broad delay, because he has other avenues to life also other than filing this appeal. Now, and the other part was how this person whose mother is died, he is emotionally unstable, and you are giving him 4 days to file an appeal. How does it make sense? So because this is because he was looking towards all things except the point. So this is not something new. This is what Dronacharya had told Arjuna, and I am no Dronacharya. He told him only to pierce the eye of the bird, not the bird, not the tree, not the sky. Just look at the eye. But why hai? Whenever I teach, just be with me, and I assure you, all your doubts will be resolved. Subsequently, अगर उसी टाइम पे नहीं हुआ तो subsequently हो जाएगा. And if you feel that you are forgetting your doubts, put it in the chat box. We will revisit those doubts. Is this clear? Should I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll start with section 6. Section 6, we were talking about it yesterday. It basically is a disability of the plaintiff. And see, the Limitation Act embodies 3 kinds of disabilities. One is minority. Second is idiot. And the third is lunatic. Fine. If a plaintiff has these three, any of these three, say, disability, then the period of limitation will not start. And he will get the exact same amount of period of limitation when this disability ceases. जैसे disability cease होगी, he will get the same amount of period. For instance, say he had 3 years of limitation here, and he is a minor on the date of reckoning. For section 6 to be applicable, this fellow has to be disabled on the date of reckoning. So this fellow is a minor on the date of reckoning. In this case, what will happen? The period of limitation of this 3 years will not start until this fellow ceases to be a minor. For instance, he ceases to be a minor on this date, which is after the prescribed period. Then in that case, the limitation period will start from that day, and he will get 3 years. This is the first aspect of it. On the date of reckoning, if a person is disabled, and this same is embodied in subsection 1. Are you guys on subsection 1? I'll read.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Where a person
Yes.
Where a person entitled to institute a suit or make an application. So see, the first thing, it is applicable to 2 things. It is not applicable to it is applicable only to suit and application for execution. Fine, it is applicable to 2 things. So this is its applicability. Clear? Where a person entitled to institute a suit or make an application for the execution of a decree is at the time when such prescribed period is reckoned a minor, insane, or an idiot. He may institute the suit or make an application within the same period after the disability ceased, as would otherwise have allowed from the time specified, therefore, in the 3rd column. So, what subsection 1 says, that he will get the same period when the disability ceases. Same period as provided in 3rd column. 3rd column provides for the period of limitation, right? Okay. As provided in the 3rd column, when the disability ceases. With 3rd column provides for reckoning, I suppose. Wait. Okay. What he's trying to say, that, see, wait. So subsection 1 says that the period of limitation will start from the day disability ceases. And he will get the same period. Now they have mentioned this 3rd column as would have otherwise been allowed from the time time thereof in the third column. So he said as would have been otherwise allowed from the date of reckoning. So date of reckoning से जो मिलेगा same period इसको मिलेगा. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now see, subsection 2 provides for two situations. Now subsection 2 says that, see, what if there are two disabilities? For instance, on the date of reckoning, this person is a minor. And then he is also a disabled on the same date. Say he's an idiot on the same date. Subsection 2 says the limitation period will start when both disabilities cease to exist. जब दोनों ही डिसेबिलिटी खत्म हो जाएगी, automatically the period of limitation will start. Now there may be a situation, even this situation is highlighted by subsection 2. Situation ऐसी है कि if a person on the date of reckoning, say he is suffering from one disability, say he's a minor, and while the period is going on, and after this, or while the period is going on, he becomes an idiot. Then too, the period of limitation will start when both disabilities cease. ये क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. इसमें क्या था, एक डिसेबिलिटी डेट ऑफ रेकनिंग पे थी, एक बाद में आई, एंड both the period of limitation will start when both disability cease. ठीक है. Now see, let us read subsection 2. Are you guys on subsection 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where such person is at the time from which the prescribed period is to be reckoned affected by two such disabilities. Okay. Now this is when both the disabilities are on the date of reckoning. Fine. Or where before his disability has ceased, he is affected by another disability. And this is the situation when he encounters another disability. He may institute the suit or make an application within the period after both the disability has ceased, as would have otherwise allowed to him from the time so specified. So he will get the same period which he would have got had he been not been disabled. Clear? Now subsection 3 highlights a situation अगर ऐसा होता है. For instance, this fellow is disabled on date of reckoning. He is disabled, right? And say this is the prescribed period, and say here he dies. Now subsection 3 says that he will get the same period, his LRs, basically his LRs will get the same period had he got if he was of sound mind or he was not disabled. So if यहाँ 3 साल मिलना था, so his LRs will get 3 years right after his death. This is clear?
Sir, please explain one more time, please.
Yeah, sure. Now, for example, on the date of reckoning, this fellow is disabled, and say he's a minor. ये उसका limitation period is 3 years. Here somewhere he dies. Now in that case, his LRs, how much period will his LRs get to file the suit? The same period which he would have got after this disability ceases. So he would have got 3 years. So his LRs will also get 3 years. LRs means legal representatives.
Understood. Thank you.
Clear? Now let us read subsection 3.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what is difference between idiot and lunatic?
See, The difference is regarding permanency, I believe. Permanency or say curability. I'm not very sure. I'll check the difference between both.
So,
Huh?
sir, I believe lunatic is temporary and idiocy is permanent, I
Permanent.
guess.
Yeah, the difference is regarding that. I'm not very sure. I'll check it. I'll check it and let you know in the next session.
All right. Sir.
Fine. We are on subsection 3. Yes, Razia. You are not. The network is not proper. You can type. Fine. We'll read subsection 3, where the disability. I'll read.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Where the disability continues up to the death of that person, his LRs, legal representatives, may institute the suit or make an application within the same period after the death as would have otherwise allowed from the time so specified. Fine. Now, the fourth, now this is subsection 3. Okay. Razia says idiocity is from the birth and lunacy happens after birth. Okay. Maybe I'll have to check. I'll have to check the difference. I'm not very sure. So subsection 3 was death. Death के बाद LRs को मिला, and LRs will get the same period which he would have got had the disability ceased. Now subsection 4 provides for an interesting situation. Subsection 4 में क्या होता है कि for instance this fellow is suffering from a disability, say he's a minor, and say he dies here somewhere, and his LRs, they are appointed, and sadly even the LR is an idiot. In that case, even LR will get the benefit of section 6 and 6 subsection 1 and 2 both, and the period will not start unless his disability ceases. Clear hai?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
We'll read subsection 4. When the legal representatives referred in subsection 3 as at the date of the death of the person whom he represents affected by any such disability, the rules contained in 1 and 2 shall apply. Now they have used the word on the date of death. So this LR is is disabled on the date of death. For instance, what if such a thing happens that this fellow,
Sir?
yes,
Sir, sorry, I lost you. Could you explain fourth?
fourth again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, subsection 4 में एक peculiar situation है. अब situation ऐसी है कि for instance this fellow is disabled from the date of reckoning. Date of reckoning के दिन ही disabled है. And say the period and he dies here. After the prescribed period, he dies here. And the legal representatives get the authority to sue. Fine. But sadly, the problem is even the legal representative, the legal representative is a disabled person. Say he's an idiot or a lunatic. Clear? In that case, the period of limitation or the period of limitation will start, or the period will begin to run from the date he ceases to be disabled. This LR ceases to be disabled. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now this was subsection 4. Now in subsection 4 they have used the word on the date of death. On the date of death, right? Matlab, when this fellow who's suffering from disability dies, on that day the LR is unsound mind. Say of the LR is disabled. ठीक है? What if such a situation arises कि जो LR है, on the date of death he is fine, he is totally fine, but on the very next day he meets an accident and he becomes a lunatic. What will happen in that case?
Sir, I think then the maximum that limitation is a train will apply, that even if on the next day he becomes a lunatic, limitation once it starts, it's just a train, and then the fact that he subsequently becomes a lunatic or a disabled person is of no consequence to
consequence.
claim extended period of limitation.
Yes, absolutely. Once the limitation has started, it will not stop, and in this case section 6 will not apply, and he will not get the benefit of section 6, and the limitation period will start. It will start. Clear है?
Yes.
Should I explain this again? कुछ confusion तो नहीं है ना?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Please explain again, please.
Okay. For instance, there is this fellow. ये limitation period है, right? On the date of reckoning, this A. On the date of reckoning, he is minor. And say he dies somewhere here. Fine. And his LR is B. B is his legal representative. Now B, when he dies, when this fellow dies, B is fine. He is fit. And the next day, B meets with an accident and he becomes a lunatic. Now, even though B is a lunatic, but still the period of limitation will start, because as per subsection, because limitation period has started the moment the LR, he died and this LR was fit, the period of limitation started. The moment the period of limitation starts, it does not stop. So subsequent inability even of the LR, or subsequent lunacy or idiocity even of the LR, will not make it stop. Clear है?
Yes, sir. Understood. Thank you.
सर इस चीज का ऑब्जेक्टिव समझ नहीं आया.
हाँ, जब सेक्शन 9 पे आएंगे तो मैं बता देता हूँ. ठीक है?
ऑलराइट सर.
अब सबसेक्शन 5 पढ़ लेते हैं. दिस वाज सबसेक्शन 4. हाँ
सर, इन लास्ट क्लास आपने एक एग्जांपल दिया था जहाँ पे डेट ऑफ रेकनिंग और लिमिटेशन पीरियड के बीच में द पर्सन बिकम्स इनसेन.
हाँ, वो भी दे रहा हूँ, वो भी दूंगा.
तो सर, जैसे आपने बोला कि उसमें 1 ईयर बीतने के बाद बाकी 2 साल जो बचा हुआ था जहाँ पे वो इनसेन हो गया, उसके बाद उसके 2 इयर्स बचे हुए थे, तो वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो गया जब वो उसकी डिसेबिलिटी खत्म होती है.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं था. सी, अब सेक्शन 6(1) क्या बोलता है? सेक्शन 6(1) बोलता है कि ऑन द डेट ऑफ रेकनिंग, DOR, a person is disabled. Right? What if a person is disabled after DOR? यहाँ से DOR स्टार्ट होता है, पीरियड रेकन हो गया, एंड ये से 3 इयर्स का पीरियड है टोटल लिमिटेशन, और 1 साल बाद, आफ्टर 1 ईयर, दिस फेलो becomes disabled. Now in this case he will not get the benefit of section 6. He will not get 6 years, 3 years more. जो बचा उसका 2 years है वही मिलेगा उसे.
Yes, sir. सेम आई वाज
क्लियर है?
सेइंग, इसमें इसको दो इयर्स मिल रहे हैं ना अपनी डिसेबिलिटी खत्म होने के बाद।
हाँ, वो तो उसके पास है ही ना, ये लिमिटेशन
हाँ
पीरियड
तो
उसका 3 इयर्स है।
हाँ तो सर ऐसे ही जो आपने पिछला एग्जांपल दिया माइनर, जहाँ पे एलआर नेक्स्ट डे डिसेबल हो जाता है,
हम्म।
तो वहां पे सिर्फ उसका एक दिन तो गया।
हाँ, एक दिन गया, बट लिमिटेशन पीरियड तो स्टार्ट हो गया ना।
तो
had he been disabled on the date of death, तो लिमिटेशन पीरियड स्टार्ट ही नहीं होता था। स्टार्ट तब होता था जब उसकी डिसेबिलिटी सीज होती थी।
मतलब
Clear?
सर अगर उसके एक दिन बाद भी अगर डिसेबिलिटी स्टार्ट होती है तो वो पूरा कोई मतलब ही नहीं है फिर उसका।
हाँ, मतलब जैसे अभी फॉर इंस्टेंस ऐसा नहीं है, पूरा मतलब नहीं है। फिर से एग्जांपल देता हूँ, वो ने एग्जांपल ने कंफ्यूज कर दिया लगता है। फॉर इंस्टेंस, ये डेट ऑफ रेकनिंग पे दिस फेलो इज डिसेबल्ड एंड ही डाइज हियर। ठीक है, अब लिमिटेशन पीरियड स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ, राइट? ये 3 इयर्स पीरियड है, तो इसको आइडली अभी जैसे एलआर है, अब ये एलआर भी डिसेबल्ड है। ठीक है, अब कितने टाइम हुए, ये समझो मरा 2 साल के बाद, और ये एलआर भी डिसेबल्ड है, एंड ही रिमेन्स डिसेबल्ड फॉर 3 more years. After 3 years he becomes fine, he becomes fit. उस दिन से इसे 3 साल मिलेंगे। The day his disability ceases, he will get 3 years to file suit. This is clear? ये पार्ट क्लियर है?
यस सर, दिस इज क्लियर।
अब मैंने जो एग्जांपल बताया, मैंने बोला कि फॉर एग्जांपल ऑन द डेट ऑफ ये सेम सिचुएशन, और हेयर दिस फेलो डाइज, एलआर आ गया। इन दिस केस एलआर इज फिट, से इसको 3 साल मिले यहाँ पर, और इसको ये 2 years के बाद मर गया, एंड ही डाइज हेयर। नाउ एलआर इज फिट। नाउ इस दिन से एलआर विल गेट only 3 years to file the suit, even if he becomes disabled the very next day. ठीक है? क्लियर है?
यस सर, बट ये थोड़ा अलग सा नहीं है, मतलब अब वो डिसेबल हो गया उसमें उसकी क्या गलती।
कि कौन डिसेबल्ड हो गया, एलआर?
एलआर।
हाँ हाँ, है थोड़ा थोड़ा उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव ऐसा है। वो सेक्शन 9 जब पढ़ेंगे तब डिटेल में डिस्कस करते हैं। सब सेक्शन 5 पे आए।
यस।
कॉन्सेप्ट समझ रहा है ना?
यस सर, यस सर।
ओके। Subsection 5. Where a person under a disability dies after the disability ceases, but within the period allowed to him under this section, his legal representatives may institute the suit or make application within the same period after the death as would have otherwise been available to that person had he not died. Now, for instance, ऐसा हुआ कि there is this fellow, he was disabled on the date of reckoning. Fine. And यहाँ पर राइट आफ्टर 1 year, ये 3 years था, राइट आफ्टर 1 year he becomes all right, he becomes fit here somewhere, and after 6 months he dies. Now subsection says that his LRs will get only the period which he would have got, which is 2 years 6 months. Clear है? Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Now what if the LR on his death is unsound? उस केस में क्या होगा?
So their limitations will start when their disability ceases.
So you are saying then in that case the limitation will start when the disability ceases.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, it will end for. It will be for only 2 years, 6 months.
Okay. 2 years, 6 months. Anyone else?
So, like the previous illustration here, also the limitation period will continue and stopping.
Okay. See, इसमें क्या हुआ है, लिमिटेशन पीरियड हैज स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम दिस डे ऑनवर्ड्स. यहाँ से ही शुरू हो गया ना लिमिटेशन पीरियड. यहाँ से शुरू हुआ और यहाँ तक है. तो यहाँ से शुरू हो गया तो इवन सब्सिक्वेंट डिसेबिलिटी, अभी इस एलआर की डिसेबिलिटी विल नॉट इफेक्ट इट. स्टार्ट हो गया तो स्टार्ट हो गया. अब एक्स्ट्रा पीरियड सिर्फ 2 years 6 months ही मिलेंगे. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
So this was section 6. अब section 6 में एक explanation है. Let us read that. For the purpose of this section, minor will include child in womb. So child in womb is also considered as minor. ठीक है? Now let us read section 9. अब यहां से थोड़ा मजा आएगा. Anyone wants to read?
Yeah, sir, I'll do.
Yeah, do it.
Section 9, continuous running of time. Where once time has begun to run, no subsequent disability or inability to institute a suit or make an application stops it, provided that where letter of administration to the estate of a creditor have been granted to his debtor, the running of the period of limitation for a suit to recover the debt shall be suspended while the administration continues.
Okay. Now see, they have used two words. Pehla they have used is disability. And second word they have used is inability. ठीक है? Now what does disability mean? Now disability means legal incapability. That is being a minor, idiot or lunatic. And what is inability? Inability हो गया physical incapability. So they have covered both the aspects. Physical incapability also. Yes? कोई डाउट कुछ है यहाँ पर?
No, sir.
नहीं. So they have covered both aspects. First is legal incapability and second is inability. So what this section is trying to say that once the time starts, it will not stop. But इसमें भी एक exception है, which is the proviso. Now you ask कि इसका purpose क्या है, objective क्या है? What is, why are we not giving benefit of section 6 to persons who have undergone subsequent disability? Fine. Now see, first is that it will act as a peril or it will act as an impediment in calculation. पहला है, it may seem to be an obvious मतलब ऐसा weird reason, but subsequent judgment जब दिखाऊंगा तो यही reason होता है कि पहला है कि impediment in calculation, कि बार बार कैलकुलेट थोड़ी करेंगे कोर्ट हैज अदर थिंग्स टू डू व्हिच इज डिसाइड केसेस ऑन मेरिट्स. एंड सेकंड, सेक्शन 6 डज नॉट प्रोहिबिट फाइलिंग ऑफ सूट. वो प्रोहिबिट नहीं करता किसी माइनर या अनसाउंड को सूट फाइल करने से. इनफैक्ट इट इज गिविंग अ बेनिफिट. वो एक बेनिफिट दे रहा है कि बस फॉर यू द पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम सो एंड सो डेट. पहले भी when a person is a minor or an unsound, तब भी वो सूट फाइल कर सकता है with the help of next friend. This is provided in order 32 of CPC. एक बार चेक करो, ऑर्डर 32 ही है ना, नॉट वेरी श्योर. हेलो,
So order 22 food by minor
हाँ ये ऑर्डर 32
22.
22 22
Oh, sorry sir. 32 sir.
32 हाँ 22 नहीं. ठीक है. Now see, for a period to run, the only requirement is a person should not be disabled on the date of reckoning. If he is disabled on the date of reckoning, then the period will not run and section 6 will apply. सही है, ये समझ रहे हैं?
So can you explain once again?
Okay. For a period to run or for section 9 to apply, the only requirement, एक ही requirement है कि on the date of reckoning, जब period शुरू हो रहा है, on the date of reckoning, the plaintiff should not be disabled. वो disabled नहीं होना चाहिए. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
If he is disabled, then section 6 will apply, na? Now see, they have used the word inability in this section, but inability is not used in section 6. So my question is whether section 6 will apply in the cases of inability.
No, it will only apply to disability.
Absolutely, it will apply to disability and not inability. And disabilities only which have been provided in section 6, which are 3 disabilities. ठीक है? Now, अब एक बार ध्यान से प्रोवाइजो पढ़ते हैं. ये क्लियर है? सेक्शन 9 का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
कोई डाउट्स?
Sir, so I have a doubt. This like
Yes.
This might sound a little foolish, sir, but when we say that on the date of reckoning, the person like should not be disabled or like not enable, sir. So
Yes.
suppose at 12 midnight, if there is like an accident and the person becomes disabled on the 12 of midnight on the date of reckoning, then how can we say that he was disabled on the date of reckoning or on the next day of date of reckoning? Won't there be a confusion in such certain factual cases?
As in मतलब dot 12 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
This fellow.
Yes, sir.
At
Something
12
like
o'clock.
that.
At 12 o'clock the date changes, right? I'm not very sure, but date change होता है ना?
Sir, I'm myself like not sure.
See, this act follows the Gregorian calendar, which is the English calendar, right? So laws relating to Gregorian calendar will be applicable.
The date changes at 12.
Yeah. So Gregorian calendar के हिसाब से at 12 the date changes. So next date मतलब it will if the day if on the next day if that is the day of date of reckoning, then yes, he will get the benefit of section 6. Otherwise no.
All right, sir. Understood. Thank you.
ये Gregorian calendar का concept is provided in section 24. Are you guys on section 24?
So I have a question.
Yes.
By a subsequent disability or inability, they mean something in the past, right? Like not on that day, something that was before.
No, subsequent as in what they are trying to say. For instance, the period of limitation, the date has reckoned. The period of limitation has started. तो यहाँ पे जो हुआ, it won't make any, it won't matter to it, and it will start to run. It won't stop. मतलब बीच में जो हुआ, it won't be affected by it. So that is the reason I told you yesterday that it is a train which once starts will not stop. Even subsequent disability, inability will not make it stop. क्लियर है? नाउ एक बार सेक्शन 24 पे आ जाओ. Are you guys on section 24?
Yes, sir.
So it says that all instruments shall for the purpose of this act be deemed to be with reference to the Gregorian calendar. Fine. So we follow the English calendar for this act. Now proviso. Now proviso बहुत ही interesting चीज है. You have to listen this carefully. एक बार. Yes. Yes.
So the word inability section 6 में तो यूज किया था.
Section 6 में it is not used. Inability is not used. That is the reason for inability section 6 का benefit will not apply. ठीक है? Why they have used? Why section 9 have used?
But ये सर गलत हो जाएगा.
Why section 9 has used it? Section 9 ने इसलिए यूज किया है. It wants to clarify that कि कोई भी subsequent inability भी वो नहीं करेगी. क्लियर है? हेलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll proceed with proviso. अब एक बार proviso पढ़ लेते हैं. Proviso says that provided where letters of administration to the state of a creditor have been granted to his debtor, the running of period of limitation for the suit to recover the debts shall be suspended while the administration continues. So now what is this scenario? Now scenario ऐसा है. Now for instance there is this fellow, say A. He needs to recover certain amount from B. Fine. And this is the limitation period is 3 years. A somewhere here dies. एक साल बाकी है. And he dies here. What does the court do? Court appoint B to be A's administrator. When a person dies, an administrator is appointed. So administrator comes into the shoes of the deceased. So he will sue on deceased's behalf and he will recover money for the deceased. So उसका काम रहता है recovery of money. He will sue on behalf of the deceased and he will recover the money accordingly. So now A क्या हुआ? A का administrator कौन है? B. Now proviso says that जो B है ना, B के लिए limitation period will be suspended. This period will be suspended. Now why? Did you guys understand?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir. Can you explain again?
Yeah. थोड़ा. For instance, A है ना, A has to pay certain amount to B. A को कुछ amount देना है B को. And now the limitation period for that amount is say 3 years. चक ये एग्जांपल नहीं समझ में आएगा. For instance, such a thing happens that there is this debtor. There is this person A. ये दो कैपेसिटी होल्ड कर रहा है. One capacity is of an administrator. Administrator of whom? Administrator of his creditor. इस केस में होगा B. And secondly, he is a debtor. What is an administrator? Administrator is a person who is appointed by the court. Court appoint करता है after a person dies. जैसे ही मर जाता है, for instance in this case B dies. तो court appoints A. कोर्ट बोलता है कि यू रिकवर ऑल द अमाउंट ऑन दिस बिहाफ एज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. नाउ A is also a debtor. A owes certain money to B. तो इस केस में क्या होगा, A के लिए होगा ना, A के लिए जो पीरियड है, जो पीरियड B के पास अवेलेबल है, वो सस्पेंड हो जाएगा. अब ये क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज ऐसा सिनेरियो हो सकता है, फॉर इंस्टेंस इन दिस केस से A is the person who dies here, and this 1 year is pending, and B is appointed as his debtor, and B is appointed as his administrator, and B also owes him money. B also owes him money. तो अब क्या होता है कि when B is appointed as the administrator, वो सबसे पैसे ले लेता है. He takes money from C, he takes money from D, he takes money from E, but he lets his period of limitation get exhausted. ये जो 1 साल है वो exhaust करने के लिए करा देता है. So to avoid that, proviso says that this period will be suspended as long as this debtor is the administrator. नहीं समझा?
Understood, sir.
Should I repeat again?
Sir, why would the court appoint a debtor to be the administrator?
In certain cases, court does when they don't have any other person. कुछ लोग रहते हैं जिनका रिलेटिव्स बहुत कम होते हैं, so the court appoints a debtor also. In fact, relatives में भी debtors तो रहते ही हैं, so the court appoints them. Court
But
will,
sir, why would a person who is already owing the deceased money collect recovery money from others on his behalf?
because he is the administrator ना, because obviously सिर्फ collection ही नहीं है, he will have to pay the amount also, right? He is the administrator of the state. Administrator of the state. He will collect debts. He will collect debts, right? And he will pay the amount to the creditors. सिर्फ उसे collect करके अपने पास नहीं रखना. It is not for his benefit. He is just in the shoes of deceased for settling his affairs.
Okay.
Clear है?
Yes,
Sir, the period of limitation stops for the LR of that deceased, right?
Not for the LR of this deceased, administrator. Administrator who is also a debtor.
But sir, this is the suit for recovery of data, and he is the one who is taking the debt. So against whom?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो रहा. See, he is the one who is taking the debt on his behalf, but even he owes him certain amount. For example, ऐसे हो गया कि A, B, C, D, E, they all owe money to A. Fine, they all owe money to A. Court क्या करता है? They all say this fellow owes 1,000, this fellow owes 500, this fellow another 500, and this fellow another 1,000. Court says, see, I'll appoint B as the administrator, and court says that you recover money from C, D, and E. B recovers money from C, D, and E. Now court knows, the limitation law knows that, see, B may allow his period to exhaust. B अपने आप को sue नहीं करेगा, and he may allow the period of limitation to exhaust. जिस तरह limitation period खत्म हो जाए. So that is the reason proviso suspends the period of limitation for him. अब ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Now it's clear.
Sir, but
Yes,
वो
yes.
एक डाउट रह गया कि वो सूट फॉर रिकवरी फाइल किसके अगेंस्ट करेगा?
As in C, D, and E ना?
Sir,
मतलब अब खुद के खिलाफ ही कर सकता है. ही इज इन द कैपेसिटी ऑफ से एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर, तो एंड में खुद के खिलाफ ही करेगा, बट वो अभी तो नहीं करेगा, दैट इज द रीजन ना, इसलिए तो सस्पेंड कर रहे हैं हम।
सर बट ये अजीब नहीं लग रहा खुद के खिलाफ केस करना, मतलब
द कैप और सूट तो वो खुद के खिलाफ क्यों करेगा?
एग्जैक्टली सर, तो
वो वही तो, दैट इज द थिंग ना, व्हाई विल ही सू हिमसेल्फ व्हेन ही इज रेडी टू पे द अमाउंट? सू तो तब करते हो आप जब अमाउंट नहीं पे कर रहे हो। आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? वो
But
खुद
sir, if A is deceased, then for whose benefit is he doing all this? Why is B acting as in whose benefit is he acting as the administrator?
see he is acting as the administrator for the estate. Say A has a house and that house requires maintenance, or that house has a loan, so A will have to do it for the estate, इसको अलग करने के लिए।
सर बट इस केस में तो सर डिफेंडेंट और प्लेंटिफ एक ही पर्सन हो जाएगा फिर सूट में तो।
अरे यार एक बात समझो
सर
वेट एक बात समझो, वो खुद को क्यों सूट करेगा? अगर बी है, बी से ए तो मर गया ना, बी खुद को क्यों सूट करेगा? वो क्या बोलेगा कि मैं खुद को पैसे नहीं दे रहा? द कोर्ट विल लाफ एट हिम। If he had to pay the money, he himself will voluntarily pay. And if he is not paying the money, the amount, the limitation period is suspended, right? So if he does not pay the money, ultimately the creditors will sue B. Clear है?
Yes sir.
Ultimately, if he does not pay the money, ultimately creditors will sue him for breach of trust. Ki boss, you were the administrator, you had to manage all the affairs and you did not do it properly.
Sir,
Yes.
in this case, after B, if court appoints someone else as administrator, then can that person sue B?
Yes, obviously that he can sue B, but see, suing की बात तब आती है when a person does not pay, right?
Yes sir.
Yes. हाँ, then he can sue B. Yes, Razia.
तो ये जो पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन सस्पेंड होगा वो एक्चुअली ए को मिलना था अगेंस्ट बी।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली,
तो
वो
ये
पीरियड,
वही है ना।
हाँ वो पीरियड ए को मिलना था, बट क्योंकि क्या है, कोर्ट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, जैसे किसी ने बोला है कि इट रिमूव्स, सार्थक सेज दैट इट रिमूव्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। यस एब्सोल्युटली, दिस प्रोविजो रिमूव्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, क्योंकि अब दो कैपेसिटी में है एक डेटर, एक कैपेसिटी है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर की एंड एक है डेटर की। नाउ बीइंग एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर ऑफ द अफेयर्स ऑफ अ क्रेडिटर, he may allow his period to exhaust. वो ये कर सकता है कि उसका पीरियड एग्जॉस्ट हो जाए और लिमिटेशन और जो डेट है वो बार्ड बाय लिमिटेशन हो जाए, दैट बिकम्स बार्ड बाय लिमिटेशन। तो इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए प्रोवाइजो सेज दैट यार ये ऐसा हो गया तो every debtor will try to be the administrator and make his debt barred by limitation. So that is the reason proviso says that this period has to be suspended. क्लियर है? जैसे इस केस में दिस फेलो ही डाइड हियर एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर वाज अपॉइंटेड। फाइन, एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर वाज से हिज डेटर ही उसका एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर था, एंड ही हैड ओनली 1 year टू सू हिम। इसने 2 years एग्जॉस्ट कर दिए थे, सो दिस 1 year विल बी सस्पेंडेड। जब तक वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर है तब तक ये 1 year शुरू नहीं होंगे, दिस विल स्टैंड सस्पेंडेड। द मोमेंट he ceases to be the administrator and he becomes a normal debtor, तब ये 1 year स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। ठीक है?
सू कौन करेगा? बच्चा कौन करेगा?
सू क्रेडिटर्स करेंगे इफ दे हैव देयर मनी पेंडिंग, एंड मोस्टली इट विल बी, बिकॉज बैलेंस शीट तो टैली होनी है ना दोनों साइड्स की। Clear है?
Sir, just a minor doubt, sir. So the period of limitation will be suspended from the day when this debtor is appointed as administrator, right?
Absolutely.
Sir, and what is this date, like when the court orders this debtor to be appointed as administrator, or this proviso says letter of administration have been granted? So like what is this date exactly?
The letter, when the letter of administration is granted or when the court orders, तभी माना जाता है. Letter of administration grant करता है वो court ही करता है.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. So we'll read the proviso again. I hope अभी better समझ आए. Provided that where the letter of administration to the state of a creditor have been granted to a debtor. So letter of administration मतलब administrator is debtor. Administrator is debtor. The running of the period of limitation for the suit to recovery debt shall be suspended while the administration continues. जब तक administration चल रही है तब तक this period will be suspended. Clear है ये? इसमें कोई डाउट?
No, sir.
Clear so far? अब section wait. Okay. अब section 8 पर आते हैं. See, section 6 you have read about disability, right? Section 9 you read that when the period starts it does not stop, and उसमें proviso is the exception. Now जो section 8 है, it provides a restriction. It restricts section 6. एक restriction provide करता है section 6 के ऊपर. अब वो restriction कैसा हुआ? And this is the important aspect. Let us read section 8. Are you guys on section 8?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So section 8 says that nothing in section 6 or in 7 applies to suit to enforce right of preemption. So first exception is कि section 6 will not be applicable to right of preemption. अब ये मैं बताता हूँ क्यों and what exactly is right of preemption. Or shall be deemed to extend for more than 3 years from the cessation of disability or death of the person affected thereby the period of limitation for any suit or an application. जो period extend होगा or the extra period that you will get after the disability ceases, that will not exceed 3 years. Not exceed 3 years. So what does this mean? पहले तो ये बता देता हूँ period का, then we'll discuss about right of preemption. For instance, A has to file a suit against B for recovery of property. The limitation period is 12 years. A is a minor person. Here somewhere after the prescribed period, he becomes a major. Now, section 6 says that he will get 12 more years. Fine. यही बोलता है section 6.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But section 8 restricts it. Section says that section 8 says that he will get 3 years only. So he will get 3 years. This is clear?
Yes, sir. So far.
Now, there may be a case, एक scenario हो सकती है. Sorry, पहले preemption का बता दूं. Do you guys know what exactly is preemption? Anyone? It is
So it is
It's a right of neighbor.
that a person has a favorable right to get a property delivered because of
Yes.
the following.
Yes. It is a preferential right to purchase neighbor's property. Preferential right to purchase a neighbor's property. preferential right. Now, ideally, this period of limitation for preemption suit, you'll have to file a suit when he is about to sell the property. You'll have to give him a notice that since you are selling the property, you'll have to choose me between an outsider, and for that you'll have to file a suit if he does not agree to do that, and then you will file a suit. Now, once you file the suit, the period of limitation for this suit is 1 year. Fine. Now, this section 8 says that section 6 benefit does not apply to preemption. What does this mean? This means that if a person is minor, and this is the period of limitation, then also the period of limitation will start to run. It will not stop. Okay? He will not get any extra benefit of section 6, this minor, when he becomes a major. Even if it is a minor, the period of limitation will start. Clear hai ye?
Yes, sir.
Now, why? Why is so? See, the thing is, law frowns upon preemption, law of preemption, because you are restricting a person's right to sell his own property. Jisko bhi beche. So the law frowns upon preemption. Law frowns upon preemption. So even you have, even if there is a slightest error, the law will discard or eliminate or dismiss that right. So isme the slightest error is being a minor. So that is the reason no benefit is granted to preemption. Clear?
No, sir, I didn't understood that. From the starting of preemption, please.
Okay. From the starting of preemption, as in the purpose, na?
The definition, please. The definition I also didn't get.
Okay. See, okay. Remedy. Sorry, remedy, Komal, remedy. The definition is such that right to preemption is a right of preference. Right of preference to purchase your neighbor's land. For example, your neighbor is selling a land to a stranger. So you have this right of preference to purchase his land. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if he insists on selling a land to him, you can always file a suit for preemption. Now, the limitation period for same is 1 year. Now, after this, the suit gets it is barred by limitation. Now, section 6 does not apply to right of to a suit of preemption, meaning that a period will start to run even if a person is minor on the date of reckoning. Clear? So far clear?
So for what purpose we are we are filing a suit?
For claiming the right to purchase, for claiming a preference. For example, say you are a neighbor of B. See, you are this person, right? This is your house, and this is B's house. And you ask B to sell him. B says that I won't sell you the house, and you are his neighbor. And what does B do? B sells his house to C. And you send him a notice of preemption. You ask him for the preference right you have to buy B's land because you are his neighbor. But B does not respond to it. And then you file a suit for seeking this preference, for enforcing this preference. In such cases, court will allow you to buy the property and prefer you over C because you are the neighbor to the land. Clear?
Yes, understood.
So that is the preferential right. Now, for such right, section 6 will not apply. the benefit of section 6 will not apply. Even if a person is minor, the period will start to run and it can be barred by limitation. So even the minor has to file a suit within this period of limitation, which is available to everyone, and he can file the same by his next friend under order 32.
Sir, I had a question.
Yes.
Sir, will this thing be applicable in cases of preference shareholders also?
No,
The
no, no, no,
suit
no,
for
no,
preemption in case of.
no, 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 no. That is a different issue altogether.
But sir, isn't that also a case of preemption only as the sale of shares is offered to the shareholders before any outsider
That is right
the
issue.
company?
That is right issue.
Okay.
That is right issue. Section 62, I believe.
Yes, sir. So that's a totally different concept.
That is a
It's
totally
not
different concept. It is not
all right.
related to this. It is
All
not
right.
related to this.
Yes, sir.
So this is clear. ये preemption
sir.
will, the rational writer, the rational. See, ideally, what happens? The law frowns upon this preferential right. Now, why the law frowns upon? That is the question. कि इतना गुस्सा क्यों है law this right के ऊपर? The law is angry at this right, or law frowns upon this right because it obstructs right to sell freely. So therefore, law requires, law says that even if there is a slightest error, then this right will be defeated. Therefore, law does not gives too many exemptions to such a right, in claiming such a right. Clear? Hai?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, second aspect is 3 years wala period. Now this, I'll take 10 more minutes, then we'll get done with it. This is the most important point, and ye calculation agar samajh liya na, that is it. Now see, it section 8 uses the word it should not exceed 3 years. Not exceed or extend 3 years. ठीक है? अब इसका क्या मतलब है? Now, for example, this is the date of reckoning, and the person is a minor on the date of reckoning. The period of limitation total is 12 years. Right? This person becomes a major here, and he has 4 years left. Now, the question is, will he get the benefit of section 6?
Sir, please repeat facts again, please.
Okay. Wait. एक slightly easier करता हूं पहले, फिर यहाँ पर आते हैं. On the date of reckoning, this person is minor. ठीक है? And say the period of limitation in this case is 3 years. After 2 years, he becomes a major. यहाँ पर वो major हो जाता है. ये 2 years exhausted है, and he has this 1 year left with him. Now, how much extra period will he get? How much?
Plus 2.
2 years.
Absolutely, he will get 2 years. यहाँ पर he will get 2 years, which is plus 2. Because the period, section 8 uses the word extra period should not exceed 2 years. After cessation of minority, the period should not exceed 3 years. ठीक है?
Sir.
Yes.
So here the cessation of disability is with respect to the original person only, or with respect to legal representative as given under 6.4?
Original person.
So what if the legal representative is also disabled at that time? So If its disability doesn't cease within 3 years, here the suit is barred by limitation. Is that so?
No, that is not the thing. That is not the thing. Uh, what Section 8 is trying to say, that the extra period that you will get, the extra period after cessation of disability, which means cessation of disability either of the original person or the legal representative, the extra period will be of 3 years.
All right, sir. Got it now.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is one scenario. Are you guys clear with this scenario? Should I repeat it?
No, sir. We understand.
The second scenario, what if such a situation happens ki date of reckoning pe this fellow is disabled and the period of limitation is say 12 years, and here 8 years have passed and he becomes a major here. Now he has remaining 4 years to file a suit. Now what?
Sir, he will only get 3 years and not 4 years.
As in this, so you will reduce the limitation period, the original that would have been given to him.
So he'll get 3 years after the 4 years of the period that is included in the.
So you're saying he'll get
period.
7 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. He will get only 3 years.
So you are saying that instead of 4 years, he'll get 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, he will get only 4 years and section 6 will not apply because the period available to him is more than 3 years. When period available to him is more than 3 years, then equity is already been done. Law does not need to encroach. He will get 4 years. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it confusing? Should I explain it again from the first part? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
Fine.
So this is more than 3 years and the previous one was less than 3 years जो मैंने बताया था. So if the period is more than 3 years, तो you'll get the full period जितना भी है उसके बाद बचा है. Less than 3 years, you'll have to add a certain period to make it 3 years. If the period is less than 3 years, then add a certain period to make it 3 years. ठीक है? Now, what if the period of limitation itself is less than 3 years? Period of limitation ही 3 साल से कम है. And for instance, such a thing happens. DOR यहाँ पर है and this fellow is disabled and say after 1 year he becomes fit or he becomes major, whatever it is, and the total period of limitation is say 2 years, and this is the prescribed period, and he has this 1 year remaining. Now how much extra period will he get?
None, sir.
Total period of limitation is POL is 2 years.
Sir, he will get 1 year extra.
Absolutely.
1 year extra.
Absolutely. He'll get 1 year extra to make it 2 years. So when the period of limitation is less than 3 years, then you will add that period, which will make the period of limitation. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this was the entire calculation that is involved in section 8. Any doubts with regards to section 8?
Sir, I didn't understand as to I understood the part of adding years when it is less than 3 years, but I didn't get the part when it is more than 3 years. Then why are we allowing it? Because the section is clearly saying that nothing shall be deemed to extend for more than 3 years. Then I am not understanding from where this interpretation is coming.
Yes. See, if we allow, now in this case, when the section itself is restricting to provide only to a maximum of 3 years, to make it extra, or 3 available years, then if the years available is more than 3 years, then how can we let the section be applicable? सेक्शन जब यही बोल रहा है कि जो मैक्सिमम पीरियड होगा वो 3 years होगा. So if it is more than 3 years, then how can we let the section be applicable? And if we let the section be applicable, then injustice will be done, ना. 4 years का उसको 3 years कर देगा वो. Then by that logic, the original period available to him would have been reduced, which is not allowed, which is not permissible, ना. Are you understanding?
ओके सर.
जैसे ये 8 years है और ये यहाँ पर मेजर हो गया. If we use the interpretation of this section literally and let us make it 3 years, then injustice would be done, ना. इसको तो 4 years मिल रहे थे. So we will not let section 6 be applicable at all, because he already has sufficient amount of years. So equity has already been done. ठीक है?
Yes sir.
Any more doubts?
No, sir.
So see, calculation में 3 aspects हैं: more than 3 years, less than 3 years, and the last aspect is if the limitation period is less than 3 years. ठीक है? अब next section we'll do section 7, which relates to this joinder of parties. Order 1 का situation. ठीक है? We'll call it we'll end it.
Okay, sir.
कोई doubts?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay. That's it.